We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Hold up, y'all gotta pump my taste. Hold up, y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up, we mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up, mine also dangerous. Hold up, y'all talk outrageous. Hold up, don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up, got that touch my savior. Hold up, keeping that touch with my haters. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. On the gram, don't feel it no more. You been driving a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding away, but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? Is it this what you don't wanna see more? You wanna see more, but you wanna see sore. Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Hold up, y'all gotta pump my taste. Hold up, y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up, we mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up, mine also dangerous. Hold up, y'all talk outrageous. Hold up, don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up, got that touch my savior. Hold up, keeping that touch with my haters.
Stealing my tone, stealing the chops like the that I'm on. I might go fence and skeleton bone. You know what like me get cold. Icing out everything. I can feel. I might go yellow or black on Margiela. I cut through the paper.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. He'll be stopped at the 35, and not before he picks up 7 yards. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement. Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Get hot! 180!
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw is Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught. It flows. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Jackson now off the bootleg. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 47-yard line.
No, we changed it. Let's go.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Jackson to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
Baltimore Raven.
Here's Jackson. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Lamar going to give this to Ali. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Ravens at 10-2 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
10 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket.
Under pressure, and they get to him again. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
They got his man complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers, 46 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Luke now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Steelers 7.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case.
Johnson on its poke free. Football's held. And it's picked. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Now we get to see the...
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now Rodgers. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone, but if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On the give, it's Warren.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A short one there, the flyer move.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. First down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
They'll find Metcalf. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. To throw is Jackson.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Jackson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
On his loop for the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. The Steelers send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Fielded at the 33. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down, and finish this one off.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down, here's Mitchell. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Straight ahead they go with Ali. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 14-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. They'll try and run this with Austin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 25.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've hooked up the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding the clock.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A handoff here to Ali. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage.
By I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
180. Get on. 180. What is shot? Get on.
On the give, it's Ali. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Middle.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 2. They run over center with Mitchell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
41. Steelers 17.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 as they're on the 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In motion, the tight end. On play action. Now Rodgers. For a left side, caught by the tight end flyer move. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A handoff for Warren. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Short one there to Freiermuth.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that